Hi everyone, my name is Yvonne Darcq. Yes, you guys know me as a singer, performing artist and songwriter, but I'm also a designer amongst many other business things. I'm a businesswoman. I actually started designing at a very young age, at around 10, because I fell in love with the fashion industry at a very young age. I did my first modeling at the age of 9, my first catwalk show, and that was through my aunt who was a designer. And I just fell in love with it. It's something that I've always had in my blood, always getting dressed up. In fact, I have little pictures of where I look like a clown because, Yani, you've rebad your mother's makeup, you've put lipstick as the blush and, you know, just everything. So I started the whole fashion aspect at a young age, but I created my first outfit at around 10. I stitched it myself. I went to a stitching school, and it was very interesting because I was used to stitching with the hand, but then obviously it was a machine stitching school in Nakuru, of which another aunt of mine was going to. So it was during the school holidays, and I was like, can I just join you? I'd love to understand how to cut the outfits. And then when I actually got there, I realized, oh my God, this thing has so much to it. It's not just the usual cutting and stitching, but there's actually shapes and corners of how you have to cut things and blah, blah, blah. But I really fell in love with it because I came to understand music and fashion, entertainment, it's all one. So since I'm an artist, why shouldn't I implicate it within my character as an artist? So my fashion line is actually very different from other lines because one, it's a high-end African couture line. The reason why I created it is because I really wanted to bring back our culture, and I'm seeing we're becoming too westernized. And I know wax is a very hard fabric to work with, but there's different angles to doing it. So I took on that challenge because I wanted the African woman to also wear who she is, to feel her culture within herself, instead of just always, you know, always opting to different things. I mean, there's some certain events we want to go to and we want to show off, you know, the African wax, but we're not able to because we either don't have the right designer or the right cuts, and understanding that the stitch also sits on each individual's body differently, it has to be tailored. So I came up with La Dame Darcq, Dark collection, which is Yvonne Darcq, but the first collection was La Dame Darcq, which is the Lady Dark. And I want every woman who actually wears the pieces to feel the confidence that I feel. I have 2 more other lines that are coming out. Of course, we like to venture off into other materials because you can't always stay stuck with the same thing. You also want to show women that we can create a glamorous side. So the next one is called Glam Dame, which is a glamorous lady. And it's full of sequences and a lot of different colorful aspects, but more elegant, but elegant in the sense of you can wear it not just at night, but you can also wear it in the daytime. And it's more of being extra, you know, but being fearlessly extra, showing that you don't have to dress down for anyone, and it's not revealing extreme cuts, it's more of glam. I just followed Yvonne Darcq as who I am, as a person, and also as an artist, because I'm gonna create something that I wear, and I want women to wear what I wear so they can also feel how I feel. You know, so at the end of the day, it's very simple. Dark collection is all about what Yvonne Darcq wears. Your heart is pumping. I want every woman to feel different. So what happens is the cut is the same, but the material is not. You will never find a woman in the same material, ever. We'll have the same cut, but like I said again before, it depends on the body. We can both be size 10s, but maybe my bust is bigger, my thighs are bigger, then you probably have a bigger derriere, you know, and you might have a wider shoulder statement on your body. So, and also depending on your length. So it's going to sit very differently on both of us because wax is not like cotton or stretch material. It doesn't just stretch in and fit and just jump into how your body is. You actually have to get it tailored to your size. So what ends up happening is I have a very high-end clientele, and because they understand that it is a limited edition and it's not just for anybody and everybody. And I'm not talking about price-wise, but I'm talking about confidence-wise. You know, you have to be very confident to be enabled to wear it. And then I come to you with my tailor. They pima you, obviously, take your measurements, everything. You choose the material you want, because I come with a whole range of different colored fabrics. Then you also, there are different waxes. There's lighter wax, there's a very stiff one, so you can debate and choose, and I can preference you to your body which one will sit better. You know, if you have many curves, I would advise you to take the lighter fabric because it will flow better. If you're more straight, I could prefer to you to take the harder wax. So it depends with your body type, and it depends with the material as well. There's some that are lighter, some that are stiffer, you know, some that are heavier. So it also depends with your character what you want. But the beauty of it is no one will ever be found in the same material because I buy each material individually. So what I have, that's it. After that, it's over. I'm coming out with a man clothing line, so it's different because women have a lot of options, men don't, and I feel like it's time we start giving them more options in terms of colors, fabrics and cuts, you know, with shirts, t-shirts. There's much more that we can explore for them as well. And again, it's an African couture high-end line, so I do expect to make something very frisky for the men as well, you know, something where they feel hot and out there, opposed to just looking always so simple, because the beauty of African wax is it has a lot of color and a lot of character. So there's a way that you can incorporate it and not just making it overwhelming. No, I don't intend to do that. I want a man to feel powerful also within what he wears. So you can see in the video I created a suit. That was the first test. And then now I'm going to obviously step onto it after these two collections that I'm coming out with, which is Glam Dam and the next one. I have no idea what I'm calling it, but I'll figure it out upon the way. So yeah, now if you see Fearless, I mean Mambo Bado, I'm now completely wearing most of from La Dame Dark. So what happens is, yes, there's the Mambo Bado dress that I actually got my nieces and my sister to draw on them, because they're very artistic. So you can see in Mambo Bado, I'm wearing a Zelia charm, which is the red outfit. If you check on my clothing line, it actually comes with a hat. It's like a three-piece, right? And I was wearing obviously these gorgeous shoes because I'm a shoe addict. But you can see that there's different characters depending on who I am. Especially like in Mambo Bado, I came up with 3 different female characters: a tomboy, a fun, and a very elegant woman. So those 3 different characters, I dress them according to the personalities that are actually all within me, and people don't know that. So I'm a creative director as well for all my videos. I create my scripts, I help direct. You know, I have to also put in a lot of input because I'm the CEO of my brand. I also know what I need. But at the same time, I'm always open to hear what other people have in mind because they make the perspective more broad and grand, you know, and you always have to allow people to show you how to step out of the box, because there are times we do get stuck in a box, you know, it's only normal. And so with Mambo Bado, I decided to just step out of the box because the script was different. It was all about 3 different characters in me. The song does speak about a love concept, but I decided to do the video different and show that I was battling with myself, right? And not just with a man. I've been working on Darcq Collection for over 10 years now, slowly growing it, slowly focusing on it, leaving it pending, coming back to it, because the first thing I wanted to finish with was my career. I needed to make my career staple. Now once I made it staple, that's when I was able to add in now the other things around it, which is my designer side, my modeling side, and all my other business sides to it. Because you have to have the main focus, then you can add on additions around. It wasn't hard for me per se because I'm not looking at other designers. I don't look at them as competition. Everybody's very artistic. My sole competition is myself when I wake up in the morning and say, fine, what have I targeted? Have I reached those goals? Have I made those goals come true? Or if I haven't, what has been the complication and what has stopped me? So I don't really focus on what's around me out there, because that's the stuff that kind of destroys your mentality and gives you challenges that are non-existent. They just create complications. As of where I need to be, which is focusing on what are my targets, are they reached? If not, what stopped them, blah, blah, blah. You know, just anything that involves why the project is not moving forward. Because I believe in life, if you base your creativity off somebody else's creativity, you're not valuing each other's creativity. You're actually devaluing each other because you're looking for a problem that isn't there. We should all just find a way to work together and embrace each other. And the world would be so much better. I don't really have a favorite style icon, because for me, a lot of people ask me where I shop. I shop everywhere. So it's not just at you'll see me in a Versace shop or a Gucci shop. No, you'll even find me in Toy. You'll find me in Kikomba. You just won't know it's me, because I'll find a way to mask myself, you know. But at the end of the day, I shop everywhere. If there's something that I like, I will wear it. And a lot of people get it confused when they think secondhand. People think it's things that are worn. No. There's some pieces that I've worn and you can clearly see it's called surgery, where they've cutted it. But at the end of the day, most people don't realize that secondhand is just outdated outfits from international shops from abroad. They're just put, like, because the summer season is over, they have to go into winter. Whatever didn't sell on the sales date, whatever passed and exceeded, they just put them in containers and ship them off to us, you know? So when people think that it's worn, or you're destroying your image because you're going to secondhand, I'm like, no, listen, if I find something hot in secondhand, I will buy it and I will wear it and you won't even know. Utajua Yvonne amevaa kitu ya 50 bob, sawa ama ya mbao, but you won't know because of how I dress myself. I think basically one is the emotions and reactions I get from people when they see the outfits. It makes me happy to see that everybody is overwhelmed in a joyful way with the outfits and want to order them. And then also the fact that I've accomplished what I wanted to bring out, because people don't understand it's actually really hard and it's really tedious following up with tailors. Tailors are a headache. Before you find the right tailor, it's like before you find the right house, before you find the right anything, it's a journey. So I could say the challenges I've had in the past were finding the right tailors and people that are also loyal, because today we'll agree on something. Wakianza kuona, hizi vitu zinaenda, ama they see your clientele, kichwa inaanza kuruka. Then people stop doing what they're supposed to be doing and what we agreed on, and now people start imagining their own things, and then now you have to start looking for new tailors, and you have a bunch of customers and clients, and you're like, this tailor wants to charge me 10 times the price, which is not even what I charge my client. So how the hell, excuse my French, how on earth am I going to afford it? You know, it's ridiculous, because it's more, what the tailor is charging me is more than what the actual outfit costs and what I'm even charging my client. So at the end of the day, there are those challenges here and there, but I always say challenges are fun. They're a headache, they're tedious in the moment, but they're fun because it's never boring, it's never a dull moment. There's always something that's happening, whether you're losing your mind or you're smiling, there's always something going on, which is the aspect of life. There's no boredom involved, you know, there's stress, but stress is good. You know, stress keeps you on the edge and keeps you going. Once you understand that, you no longer look at stress like it's negative and it's going to drown you. You actually look at it like, okay, yes, it's come, let's go, let's make this happen, I'm ready to go. These challenges are on. So you just have to find how to change situations into a positive vibe and just move things into a positive aura. And apart from you, I want Yvonne Darcq to be sitting right next to the name of Versace up there, the label, because I believe it's time we, as Africans, self-invest. I'm tired of us always just investing outside. It's time we start looking into our own designers. and start investing within ourselves. Because at the end of the day, everybody's coming into Africa. Why? Have we ever asked ourselves why? Do we ever sit and think all these international designers and all these international lingerie lines are all going into Maasai and African prints? Why? Bona si tunazuba. Because we're not looking at embracing ourselves. We're spending too much time hating on each other's success instead of building ourselves as a nation and becoming a competition to the rest of the world. We need to take Africa to a whole different level, and each African country has a different brand and a different showcase of cultural backgrounds, foods and fashion. Nothing is the same. So just because we're African doesn't mean that we're going to sit here and start hating against each other. Oh, I'm from Kenya, you're from Tanzania, staki, Uganda, staki. No, no, no. If we all thought Uganda has its own style, Tanzania has its own style, Kenya has its own style, just the way, for example, you find Nigeria has its own style, South Africa has its own style, we'd actually be very, very far. The reason why a lot of European countries are way advanced than us is because they developed way before us. Now we need to make sure that we understand the mistakes they did along the way, and now make sure we don't repeat those mistakes and become a more powerful continent and just expose ourselves to the world as a united front, because everybody's coming in here and extorting us, and then we want to go ahead later and blame everybody. No, the problem starts with us. If we don't wake up now, of course everybody's going to overrun us. We need to start putting our foot down and saying this is who we are and take it to the world. I think they just all fed off each other. They're all just one. They're all just me as Yvonne Darcq. So everything that comes out of me is not per se something that I've just made up overnight. It's something I could have probably been working on even way longer than the clothing line, but it takes time and maturity to create something and enable something to come to life. So it's just all combined. It's just all just Yvonne Darcq. Everything that I give everybody is just all something that's been brewing in me for a while.
Like how you come back around. I love it when you're back around.
In fact, what I've realized is we're very fashionable as Kenyans. We have we're very picky with our taste. We like very, very elegant things. But the problem is people in the market are not understanding that. So we're taking whatever comes our way because it's not our fault, right? Whatever's there, you don't have a choice, it's there. But if we were to bring out more daring and bold and elegant pieces, I'm telling you the Kenyan market is so hungry for anything that they would take it, because we're very rich in taste, but we haven't been exposed the right taste, so it's not, we haven't been able to show off what we really have as a power within us when it comes to fashion. So it's coming, it's coming. There's a lot of Kenyan designers that are really showing off the strength and the whole hunger of the aspect of the richness within the taste, you know? So at the end of the day, I would advise all the clothing companies, all the shoe companies in Kenya, I mean, bring us more daring and more elegant, and if I can say more sexier pieces when it comes to shoes, to outfits, because trust me, the Kenyan woman will wear it, you know? Sometimes you find a lot of people saying, you Kenyans don't know how to dress. I'm like, no, wrong. The problem is we haven't had the ability to have the outfits that we want, because the people who are bringing it in are afraid that we won't pick it. So we just take at random anything. But if the right price is put to it and the right outfit is brought, trust me, you'll be sold out. I think they're already gone. You know what's funny is everything is in a circle. You know, the entertainment industry is just like the fashion industry. It all rotates. So maybe 3-4 years from now, that nasty pieces of shoes or outfits will come back and you're just like, no, 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 please go. No, I haven't, but I would definitely do it. But it's not something I want to venture into. I would probably send my team to do it, because I also need to focus on who I am as an artist. If I go into styling, it will take me completely away from my music side, because styling is a full-time job. Styling somebody's character, you have to learn them, you have to absorb them, you have to understand them from beginning to end, from morning to night. You have to understand the different characters that they'll develop over the weeks, you know. So at the end of the day, it's something that takes, it's challenging, and it's something that's extremely overwhelming, and I wouldn't be able to handle that with everything else that I do. So obviously I would probably put on a few people to handle it. And for me, I'd probably just overlook it and say, no, why did you make them look so dull? You should put an outfit that's more, you know, that's more colorful and more brightening to their tone. So I would probably just overlook and over-advise, but I wouldn't incorporate myself into doing it per se, because it's a lot of work and it would take me away from my career. I'm creating a catalog so people can just choose what they want. Their materials will always be different. You will never see someone in the same material as what you've seen me in. Plain and simple, because I want everybody to shine. I want everybody to also show their character. The colors I probably prefer is something that someone else doesn't like and probably doesn't sit nicely on them. And also the colors they choose probably doesn't sit on me. And again, body types, the way it's stitched, everything, it's individually made for the character and the person at the moment. So that definitely, I'm already in it. You know, I already have a few celebrity friends that have ordered my pieces, you know. And for me, as long as everybody's looking good, that's my happy. I'm not the kind of woman who's gonna sit there and be like, oh my God, look at what she's wearing. No, I don't have that time. In fact, if I see her, I'm like, oh my God, look at what she's wearing. You look hot. You won't see me going, look at her. Just because niko na wivu and envy, I wish that was me. No. I will always tell someone how gorgeous they look. Because in life, you will never look like that other person. Embrace the beauty around us. And life becomes so much better because we tend to fail as human beings in anything that we do when we carry negativity with us. Just be genuine and just be truthful and straightforward and just be happy. And your own life will adapt and change. You'll become a more successful person because of your mentality. Eventually, of course, I will, definitely, to showcase the outfits, but not now. Not now. Soon enough, but not now. Depending on what exactly you're doing as a person, if you want to be just a designer, you have to find the right tailors. If you want to do everything yourself, you have to find the right machine. You have to find the right mental space to be able to do it. You have to be in a healthy mental area and also be straightforward with yourself. If today you're not feeling your own vibe, don't go and stitch something because it's not going to come out good. Just take a break and accept that you're going through something. Because I find actually the most challenges with a lot of tailors I've worked with, we all have blockages. And the thing is, communication is everything with your clients, you know? So one, be truthful to yourself, be truthful to your clients. Decide if you're just the designer and the creative, find the right tailors. If you're the one who's doing everything, understand it's going to be 10 times more because you're doing everything from the stitching, to the fitting, to the ordering, to the looking for the materials, to everything, understand? For me, I don't have time to stitch. Yes, I know how to stitch, but I don't have time to, it's a full-time job, right? So that's what I would advise to anybody that wants to follow within the footsteps of anything to do with design or music. Find what it is that you're good at, and then the next thing after that is also allow other people to come in and be part of your team, but also look for people that will benefit you and the career you're creating, and someone who will see the vision and work with you in the right process and make it successful. Because the worst thing is to hire on people. Yes, you can hire on family and they'll do the complete opposite and destroy your whole line, and you'll just be like, huh? Or you'll hire a stranger and they'll steal from you. Or you'll hire a friend and they'll do you wrong, you know? But at the end of the day, you're gonna mess up so many times before you get up on your feet. That's just life. Understand that you're gonna fall before you make it. So until you know that in your head, when you actually fall, you're like, okay, I was prepared for this. Now, maybe I'll enter a small box of depression. Then because I'm aware of it, I'll get out of it and I'll start again. Remember, you will never succeed anything overnight. Things take time. Okay, I'm very adventurous, so I like traveling, I like going and trying crazy things. The stuff I'm really afraid of is heights. Like, I could never bungee jump or jump off of a plane. Like, oh my God, I don't know. I don't care if you give me, okay, maybe if you give me $1 million or 100 million, maybe I'll jump, maybe then. But before that, like, if it's my own choice, no. I'm not an adrenaline junkie. I have my own things that make me fun and and just want to explore and do crazy stuff. Okay, fine, I am a tomboy, so sometimes I like climbing up trees and taking those maperas or machungwas up there. You could find me easily climbing a coconut tree just to go and get the coconut, because I love coconut water. But that's why I said there's so many sides to me people don't know. I'm not just this elegant woman. That's why I created in Mambo Bado my different characters, because I have a funny, crazy side. I mean, when I laugh too much, I end up snorting. No one knew that. No. You guys will call me Miss Piggy on the show, Stacky. And then there's also parts of me where, like I said, tomboy, I'm very sporty, very athletic, very competitive when it comes to sports. So that's another side of me people don't know. I was very sporty in school, still very sporty. I love sports. So yeah, at the end of the day, I have many fun sides to me, you know. I just like living. I like living on the edge, just not bungee jumping or jumping out of a plane. But everything else, I possibly will have, because I just love enjoying adventure. And especially in Africa, we have so much. There's so many adventurous and traveling areas to go to, but we don't pay attention to that. We all just want to go to Dubai and America and God knows what, tunajisahau. But then they are all coming here to do what we have. So I would advise Kenyans and Africans in general just to look more into what we have, because we have so much that it's crazy. There's some of the things I've done, I'm just like, I've done it in Europe. It was nowhere close to this much fun because of our environmental.